Hey everyone, Presito here, your second favorite Uniswap ape. I know it's been a long time since I made the last video, but like I said in the previous video, I'm only going to be covering projects if I'm really confident in them. Obviously the market is super cuck at the moment, so there isn't much to cover, which is a pity. I like making videos and hopefully in the future the market gets better so I can make some more. But luckily in this video I have 4 projects I'm going to be covering which I really like, which I think are promising. And the first project I'm going to be covering is Aurora. And this is a really solid project that is already actually launched. They launched back in November is when they had their TGE in 2021. Basically, it is a layer 2 blockchain built on Ethereum with near scalability. And as it says, if you're an Ethereum developer getting started on Aurora, it's as easy as changing the RPC endpoint. Obviously in your MetaMask, same as how it is with Polygon, you can just change your network there to Aurora. It's really simple to use, really fast, and that's what makes it pro. So I'm going to be going through more info about Aurora and the new Aurora Plus that they just launched, which is really exciting and definitely worth taking part in. I'll be covering that a bit later. But as we can see here, it provides Ethereum compatibility, near protocol scalability, and industry first user experience through affordable transactions, which you can see here, the average block time is 1 second, 2-second transaction finality, and the transaction cost only 2 cents. So that is insane numbers, already makes it super pro. And there's already a lot of top projects which are building on Aurora, such as Near, The Graph, Chainlink, SushiSwap Curve, Etherscan, and so on. So these are actually really big names. If you have a look at the total value locked, that's always important for the success of a chain. And as you can see, almost $500 million locked on Aurora. So that is really good numbers. And if we have a look here at the different projects which make up of that TVL, the majority is Bastion, which I actually took part in myself. And I think that was definitely worthwhile participating in that. As you can see, the total TVL of Bastion, 259 million out of that 450 total TVL. And you can see the other projects which make up the rest of it. So you can see there's a lot of projects already taking part in the DeFi protocols on Aurora. Then if we have a look at the projects that are building on Aurora, there's already 111 plus projects which are building on Aurora. And you can see a lot of big names, some of which we went through already, like Curve, Chainlink, and CryptoBlades is even there. That's a project we covered very long on the channel. DIA, Etherscan, and so on. There's tons of projects, some very big names, and that is obviously very bullish and obviously important for these type of layer 2 chains to take off. Then we can have a look at the token price, see how that's doing. Market cap at the moment is 158 million. If we have a look actually at their 1-year chart here, we can see in January, they peaked at about $35. So it's down a lot. Obviously, everything is down a lot in this market. I mean, almost all tokens are down around this much, which is really a pity. The market's super cuck, which is why I definitely advise caution when checking any of the projects I refer, because obviously the market can keep going down, but you know, it can go up as well. You never know. But these are projects I think are definitely worth checking out in this market. As you can see, the all-time low was only 30% lower than it currently is. So it's definitely a good price if you look back to get in, but obviously not financial advice. Obviously, you need to keep an eye on future unlocks and consider the market cap and everything like that. One thing to note is the exchanges it's listed on. Yes, there are some big exchanges. For example, Crypto.com is here, Gate.io, KuCoin, Huobi. But obviously it's missing the big ones like Coinbase, for example, Binance, FTX, all these exchanges. And with these really large layer 2 projects, especially if Aurora takes off, it can easily be listed on those. And obviously that's going to garner it much more mainstream attraction. Obviously the price will pump as it does with everything that gets on these exchanges. So that's definitely something you should keep in mind. And another thing to keep in mind is the tokenomics before investing into a project. So let's go over the Aurora token, what it's about, and the future unlocks, because that's always super important to know if you plan to buy and hold a token. So let's have a look at it. The Aurora token is the official project governance token of Aurora. So the Aurora DAO approved the creation of this token, and it has a total supply of 1 billion, as we saw on CoinGecko, really straightforward. Deployed on Ethereum and then bridged to Near and Aurora using the Rainbow Bridge, which I'll go over shortly. They had an IDO to kickstart a TGE, which, as I said, was in November. So this is their token allocation. We're not going to go over that. We're going to go over the most important thing, which is their unlock schedule. So as you can see, they're going to have a 6-month cliff, as they say here, starting 18th of November, and then 25% is going to be unlocked after 6 months, and then an additional 12.5% after 9 months, again after 12, 15, 18, 21, and 24. So this is very important to note. If you do plan to buy their token, you need to keep in mind that 6 months from November 18th is their next unlock. And obviously with more tokens in circulation, as it normally happens with projects, the price does tend to go down. So that could be definitely a good time to get in, or if you're holding, maybe get out just before that. But who knows, some projects, when it comes to their unlock, they start their market making, and maybe sometimes it doesn't dump like it happened for Solana last year. But in this case, it's definitely something to always keep an eye on, especially if the market is not good. Obviously, people want to take profits, and then maybe that's a good time to get in, as I said. In terms of the token use cases, obviously the governance, like we said, they want to start, kickstart projects, and they're going to be token holders submitting proposals for projects, existing ones and future ones, to start on Aurora chain. Also, they're going to have token staking, incentives for token holders taking part in the community, Rainbow Bridge, transfer fees. Also, if you want to increase the speed of the transfer fees, as you can see here, Aurora contract, additional execution fees, and so on. So they also have, as I said, they want more projects to build on Aurora, where if you existing one or a new one coming up. And there's tons of grant opportunities with Aurora. So if you're someone that is looking for something like that, they're looking to fund the following initiatives on their chain. Obviously, they want to kickstart NFTs, stable coins, borrowing and lending. And they've already granted some projects, as you can see here, Curve, Bring Finance, and so on. So that's definitely something to keep in mind if that's something you're wanting to do. Then next up, we can see here the Rainbow Bridge, which I was talking about previously. And I used this myself when I was staking for Bastion. And I must say it's really straightforward, super easy to use. I checked their wallet as well, and it's really healthy in terms of funds. And also you can take it as bullish or bearish, but I think it's bullish. But they were attempted to be hacked, but they intervened really quickly and swiftly and counted all of it. Nothing happened, everything was safe. So that makes me really bullish, and obviously gives you peace of mind when you have your funds on the Aurora chain. So you can see you simply choose if you want to transfer from Ethereum, Aurora, or Near. Say you want Ethereum to Aurora network. Obviously you need to connect your wallets. You tick this, begin the transfer, choose what token you want to transfer, confirm. And then you need to confirm for when it goes to the blockchain, from the one to the other. And it's really straightforward, easy to use, and really one of the best bridges I've personally used. So now let's get to what they just announced yesterday, which is really cool, which is Aurora Plus. Basically, it is to help kickstart people getting into the Aurora chain, and it's free to sign up for. They're going to have free transaction, tons of staking rewards, even airdrops, and it's definitely worthwhile to take part in that. You simply click claim your free account. You can log in with MetaMask or your email, and I'm going to be sharing some codes which you can use to get this free account. And obviously it's worthwhile in my opinion, since you'll be getting the airdrop, and you can even win NFTs. As you can see, they're giving away 111 Aurobots, which is a brand new NFT collection. You can enjoy free transactions where you get 50 free transactions per month, which is actually really awesome. Even though their transaction fees are really low anyways, it's always proud to save money, especially in this market. They're gonna have tons of ecosystem rewards where if you stake Aurora token, you get not only extra Aurora tokens, but also other projects, partner projects in their ecosystem where you claim them as rewards. So you're gonna be getting different types of tokens just for staking your Aurora tokens, which is really, really cool. So if you want to do that, sign up. You have to sign up within the next 5 days and 21 hours from when I'm recording this to get the Aurora airdrop. And let me show you, well, you just go sign up. This is where you log in. As I said, email or log in with MetaMask, really simple to use. And here are the codes. So these codes can only be redeemed once. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people can redeem this. So take a screenshot or fill this in as quick as you can. If you want to get it, then congrats. You're probably getting a nice airdrop there and access to the Aurora Plus platform, which I think is really cool, especially if Aurora Plus takes off. It's really convenient to have this with the free transactions and everything. So good luck to getting the codes first. Also, if you want even more information about Aurora Plus, that is, check out the video they released. You can see it 20 minutes long, so it goes much more in depth about the Aurora platform and talk about all the different features and so on. So definitely check that out. Definitely really promising. So of course, Aurora is just pro in my books. So definitely check that out. Follow them on Twitter and so on. Keep up to date with them. Definitely one to keep an eye on. So then the next project I'm going to be covering is Ancient 8. And this is a project I am really bullish on. As I said previously, there's not many projects I would personally invest in this market, of course, but this is one that is really a longer term bet for me. And I think this is very, very promising. So as you can see, their mission is to reach, educate, and empower the next 100 million Metaverse citizens with blockchain and GameFi. Ancient 8 is Vietnam's largest blockchain gaming guild and is building a social and software platform for GameFi, enabling everyone to build and play in the Metaverse. So they're going to have scholarships and education where you can purchase in-game NFT assets for blockchain play-to-earn games and offer scholarships to recruited players. Scholars use Ancient 8's NFTs to play blockchain games and share rewards based on a tiered model. In terms of their community, they really have a large community. They have about 100,000 followers on Twitter, which is really awesome. And they're going to partner with leading blockchain communities in Vietnam to amplify their go-to-market for their game partners. And they're also building tons of software for infrastructure layers for GameFi. If we have a look at their backers, there is some huge names, and this is what makes me especially bullish. I mean, these names are really, really top tier. Dragonfly Capital, Pantera, Hashed, Coinbase Ventures, Alameda Research. Obviously seeing these names, Coinbase, Alameda, that's FTX, Coin98, obviously have very close links to Binance. Market Brands, Jump Capital, I mean, the names are insane here. Chromia as well. So, Chromia projects have really close links to Binance, like Minds of Delania and so on. So this is super bullish names, probably one of the best lists of backers I've seen in a project. So that is just incredible. Super pro. These are the games they're involved with. Obviously, the biggest names, Alpus Battle, Axie Infinity, Tenton Arena, Cypher, Lumia, and so on. As you can see, there's quite a lot of games they're involved with over here. Then they've also partnered with Magic Eden, which is the leading NFT marketplace on Solana. That's super pro news. Obviously, there's not that much news out since it's really early, but as you can see on their Twitter here, 100,000 followers, which is awesome to see. And really, really bullish, as you can see here. This is their article where they raised 4 million in seed funding. This was posted on Jan 19th though. And we can see on their Telegram 30,000 members, which is also really proud to see. So this one is definitely Chos Pro. This has tons of potential. And like I said, there's not many projects I would give a Chos Pro in this market, but this is definitely one you should follow and keep an eye on. Obviously, gaming hype isn't all there at the moment, but I do believe it can easily come back, especially if the market recovers. Then next up, I'm going to be talking about Movez, which I'm sure some of you have heard of already. It's a Bluezilla project, move to earn project, which I think are still really hyped at the moment. Obviously, the last few ones that have launched have performed very well. The difference with this one as well is it's not only to do with running or walking, which most of them are based around, even lifting weights, cycling, surfing, which is going to be really interesting to see. You're going to be able to earn Movez token rewards for participating in these activities. Here's a list of their roadmap. In terms of their token metrics, as I say, you do not require to have an NFT asset to participate in the ecosystem, which is also really cool. As you know, in some of the other projects, like GMT, Steppen, they require you to buy the NFT, which can be quite expensive in order to just participate. So I think this one also has more potential to be more mainstream. And it's going to be national and worldwide leaderboards, which is really cool. When there's competitiveness involved, you obviously want to try even harder. And it's going to launch in Q2, which is obviously already now, the beta app. So it's already going to be soon that this is launching. Also, what's really crazy about it is the initial market cap is tiny, $50,000 initial market cap. The Telegram already has almost 60,000 subscribers, so the hype is really building up. As you can see, the in-app tokens are going to be called Movez. Governance token is Burns. It's going to be on BSC, initial market cap 55,000, which is tiny. If you compare it to any of the other projects that have launched, it is, the potential is huge. So I have to give this a Chospro. I think if you can get in the IDO, definitely go for it. Obviously, that's what I always say in my videos, but this one is one with tons of potential, so definitely Chospro. Then the last project I'm going to be covering is VispX. And this project is also a really interesting project. As you can see, it's going to be built on Ethereum, the first ever launchpad powered by the VispX NFT and VXP token. And they aim to kickstart up-and-coming projects via the XPad tech through multi-chain solutions. So some of their key features for gaming projects is, well, they're going to offer extensive end-to-end solutions for blockchain gaming projects with its tailored services for projects' needs. And the program's sole purpose is to develop an extra layer of professional support for the incubated projects at VispX. So as I said, project incubation, they're going to assist with capital raise, game remodeling, tokenization, documentation and legal incorporation, and technology development. In terms of the ecosystem features, it's going to be multi-chain, as you can see, Ethereum, Polygon, Solana, Polkadot, BSC for IGOs and INOs, so the NFTs and the normal IGOs. They're going to be a launchpad where they say it's going to be the only GameFi and completely decentralized hybrid launchpad, which is fueled by NFTs and VispX token to ignite both its IGO and INO offerings. Then token management, and it's going to be community driven. So this is definitely a project I think has tons of potential. Obviously, launchpads always tend to do well. I think even in bear markets, they can do really well. You can see they've already got a list of projects which are coming up, which is really awesome to see. You can see they're really in detailed roadmap. Their core team is quite strong. You can see it's really big. And the alpha release will be ready in Q2, which is obviously already soon. They've actually launched on testnet their app, which is great to see, and it looks really slick and easy to navigate. You can see here all the upcoming projects. You can check out your profile. So you need to connect your wallet. You can see here upcoming projects next to launch, in progress, ended, and all of them. And there's some decent looking ones coming up. And if you click on it, you can see how much they're going to raise. You can see, for example, Rogue Shift is going to be USDT on Polygon. And it's going to be all information of it over here, with the total raise, for example, being 2 million for this one. And you can see all the token release schedules, which is all great to see. They're also going to have staking pools and farming pools as well. I'm curious to see what this executive lounge is going to be, but that's really exciting. Also almost 60,000 members on Telegram. So this is definitely a super pro project, definitely worth checking out. Obviously, do your own research. The market is super volatile and cuck at the moment, so anything can happen. You need to be careful with everything. But hopefully this video helped you find out about these 4 really interesting projects, which I definitely think are worth keeping an eye on. Obviously, if market conditions improve as well. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.